Hi, this is Joanne Ellenbaugh, editor of Pork Network, and I'm here with some representatives of Hubbard Feeds. To my left, we have Dr. Stewart Galloway, who is the senior swine nutritionist at Hubbard Feeds, and to my right, we have Jamie Pietig, who is swine nutritionist at Hubbard Feeds. Today we're going to be talking about a number of different topics, but first, let's talk about gut health. Why is there so much emphasis on gut health, Stewart?
Well, I think there are several factors. One is the record profits last year in the pork industry. The second one would be the devastating effects of a gut disease, PEDV. We see increasing discussion about animal welfare. There will be some coming antibiotic regulations. And there's also an increase in the number of all-natural products out there. And so those are all game changers that I think have really focused more attention on the area of gut health.
Well, hasn't there always been an emphasis on gut health, Jamie, or what has changed?
Well, as the science of swine nutrition has evolved, we've got a wonderful understanding of amino acids and vitamins and minerals. But now we've picked all the low-hanging fruit, and we're going towards the more, the more specific scientific interactions between health and nutrition, and that's really where gut health comes into play a lot more, because the gut is by far the largest immune system in the pig's body.
And as the technology improves, well, then so do the tools that are available to you to do what you do well. So isn't this primarily a nursery wean pig concern, Jamie?
Well, it's always has been that way, because we've went from, with the wean pig, we've gone from a milk-based diet to a grain-based diet. But, we've really overlooked the grow-finish aspect of it, because they have their own unique gut health issues as well. We've got HBS and leaky gut syndrome due to heat stress, which, kind of is an enteric trauma. And those can add up to be a 2 to 3% death loss figure in the grow-finish period, and there's some serious economic downfall due to that. So we're really focusing on that, and it's we want to make sure that we're not leaving out that portion of production.
So, Stewart, how do Hubbard's programs deal with gut health, especially in that nursery phase and in the finisher stages?
Well, if we think about the finisher phase, we have to back up, and just the things Jamie addressed there, we have to look back at the early nursery. We want to set that stage for that pig in the beginning. Good gut health, good integrity in the gut, decreased gut inflammation. But really, we believe that it's an all-the-time deal. It's all the way through the whole production. So we're looking at trying to improve the gut microflora in that pig. That's the good guys, the good bacteria that we want to have in there flourishing. We also want to decrease inflammation, and Jamie mentioned leaky gut. That's a term that we're going to hear a lot more about down the road, whether it's caused by a disease or caused by heat stress, something like that. So with our research and programs on gut health, gut integrity, we're really trying to prevent a bad situation from getting worse, and even preventing it from starting in the first place.
Well, we know that there's some concerns about restrictions on antibiotics. And what role do you see natural products playing in that scenario?
Well, I think that's really a two-part question. We'll have producers that are choosing to use all natural products, and that's great. We support that, and we have products and research to help back that. There will also be producers that want to choose to continue to use antibiotics. They're safe, they're effective, there will be legal limits and legal usages of antibiotics, but some will go away. And so those producers that will lose their antibiotics down the road here will have to make a choice toward a natural alternative. And so we want to be prepared for that ahead of time and offer them effective products.
Well, Jamie, there are a lot of natural products on the market. How do you determine which ones have real value and which ones don't?
Right. The key to that is research, and you want to make sure that you have a research protocol in place that determines the when, the where, and the how a product really does work and is efficacious and cost effective for that pig. So you really, just because it's all natural doesn't mean it doesn't go through the same criteria and testing processes that any other product or nutrition or feed has. I mean, it has to meet the quality standards and the efficacious standards that our producers expect.
I would use the Grazix product as an example of that. Now, this is an all-natural, it's a plant-based polyphenol product. The concept behind it is sound, the science is sound. We've done the research on the product, we've done the field testing on the product. We've shown it has efficacy in the pig. We've shown it gives a good return on investment. That's the protocol that we want to go through and have producers go through as they evaluate the different all-natural products out there today.
Very good point. We've talked about a lot of different areas of pig health and gut health. Stewart, can you just kind of summarize the real good take-home points that producers can have from this?
Sure. You know, some people say that there's nothing new in the area of nutrition, but it's a really exciting time right now for us in the area of swine nutrition when we think about gut health and gut immunity and protecting that pig all the way through all the phases. And, you know, at Hubbard Feeds, we're going to maintain our commitment to the research and the products and the programs to help do that.
Well, we appreciate that. Stewart and Jamie, thank you so much for joining us today. This is Joanne Ellenbaugh for Pork Network.